Everyone, mostly, want big arms. Jeff Cavaliere says he's got the answer, and it's a 22-day plan that makes your arms grow fast. Within this plan, you train every other day. You take a photo before and after, and then within 3 weeks, or just after 3 weeks, you've got bigger arms. And it sounds great. You work hard and you feel the pump and then you think you're growing. But is it the truth? Your body doesn't care about YouTube schedule. So let's have a look at the video to understand if there's any truth in it. Can you get bigger arms in 22 days? Let's see.
Let's start breaking it down day by day. All right, so in order to make these noticeable arm gains, you're gonna have to do some work with me, okay? But I promise you, as always, we're gonna map it out day by day, step by step. And it actually starts with this calendar here. And the very first day, guess what? You don't even have to do any work. You simply take out a tape measure and you measure the size of your arms. Measuring it at the highest peak of your biceps and towards the middle of your triceps. And that's gonna give you your arm measurement that we're gonna do again on day 22. It's what happens on all those days in between where the magic actually happens. And that's where we're gonna fit 3 workouts in per week for your biceps or related muscles like the brachialis that I'll get to in a second, and 3 for the triceps. So you can see that we're gonna alternate them, biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps, and biceps, triceps. You then get a day off, and of course we come back and we repeat that schedule for week 2. And then to wrap it up, we get 1 more day off, and we repeat that schedule 1 more time until that final day of measurement.
This is where things start to go wrong, because more days isn't more growth. He wants you to hit your arms often, and it sounds smart, but just doing more days doesn't build more muscle. What actually matters is how much work you do each week, not how many. If you train your arms 3 days a week, or even 6 days, but do the same total work, your results are going to be the same. So this plan, just from the outset, looks like it spreads the same work across more days. That doesn't grow muscle, it just makes you tired and potentially waste time, i.e. setting up those exercises in between each one and doing that over and over and over again.
Steps of yours will rest, we're gonna come back with the bench dip. And once again, we can actually get a good complete contraction of the triceps on this exercise because our arms are back behind our body with the elbows in full extension. So we're hitting both the long head and of course the medial and lateral heads of the triceps all together to make sure we get that good complete contraction. And once again, we're performing 4 sets, each one.
We'll talk about bench dips. They look easy, but they potentially put your shoulders in a bad spot. Your arms move behind your body and that can crush your shoulder joint if you're not used to it. If you do a bench dip and you feel pain after those dips, that's not a good pump. That's your shoulders just screaming at you to say, stop. A good alternative might be to swap them for push-ups or cable pushdowns because they hit the tricep the same way without hurting your shoulders. And another potential problem that we've got here is that it's 4 sets to failure with your body weight. So it's either targeted at beginners or you're going to be doing 1,000 reps to hit that failure point. The science says that anywhere between 5 and 30 reps to failure is ideal for hypertrophy. If we're going to do 4 sets to failure, first of all, it's going to be very, very difficult to do that. And then secondly, you're going to be over the 30 reps. I'm not saying that it's not going to work, but you might build up a bit of excess fatigue.
Make sure you know exactly what to do on each and every day of the 22 days to ensure that you see the gains that I know you can see. And of course, I didn't forget about day 22. See, that's where we break out that measuring tape once again.
Another problem we've got is he talks about the pump trick, and he says measure your arms before and after the 22 days, but that bigger look at the end is probably just the pump. It's water, it's sugar in the muscles. It might be a bit of new muscle tissue, but you don't do anything for a week with your arms and it's going to go shrink back down to where they were. So maybe that wow moment you see in the mirror will fade in a few hours. It's not real growth, it's just blood and it's water. The pump does not equal progress. But time matters. Real muscle takes time. When you train, your body starts fixing muscle fibers. That takes 1 to 2 days, and that's only the first step. You can't rush that process with 22-day plan. Even top lifters only gain maybe like half a pound of muscle per week, and that's if everything is perfect and they're in a massive calorie surplus. So after 22 days, most of what you see isn't new muscle. It's just your body holding more water and glycogen from all of the work. And remember, you can't hack biology. So here's the truth. There's no hack, there's no magic number of days. Muscle grows when you lift hard, when you rest right and eat enough. Studies show that doing 12 to 20 hard sets per muscle per week works best. You can split that up into 2, 3 or 7 workouts if you want to. You don't need to train arms every single day. If you hit arms too often, they won't be recovered enough. Then you're just breaking them down again, and then you're going to shrink. Growth is the most simple thing in the world. You train, you recover properly, and then your body does the rest and just grows. If you skip the recovery part, you stop growing. Anyone can make you tired, but only smart training makes you grow. So, what should you do instead? If you want real arm gains, then do 10 to 20 good sets per week. Good sets means close to failure, leaving 0 to 2 reps in the tank. What's 0 to 2 reps in the tank? Aim for failure, and that's probably 2 reps in reserve for you. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Most people don't train hard and they don't know what failure is. Go to failure. For anyone that knows where the failure point is, 0 to 2 reps in reserve. Add a bit of weight or reps each week. 10 this week, 11 next. 10 kilos this week, 11 next. And then rest at least a day in between arms. Sufficient protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight. And honestly, that's it. No gimmicks, no magic plans, just slow, steady progress that lasts. Real growth is the most boring thing in the world, but when you fail at this, just know that that plan will work every single time. So, if you want big arms, skip the 22-day challenge and do something you can stick to for 22 weeks, because that's how real muscle is built. And if you want to know more about how real muscle is built, link in the description. 21 days, 21 ways. You'll understand everything about fat loss, muscle building, and we'll remove all of the bullshit. Go get it, it's free. See you in the next one.